Alright, I'm making this video for probably the 12th or 13th time today. I'm very disappointed with OBS. It just keeps presenting problems for me. Anyway, wanted to chat for a handful of minutes about, well, a couple of things. About the channel and about encouragement. In general, I wanted to chat about the channel because I've been getting more and more into making 3D models because it's something I've wanted to learn for a long time. And though I've been pretty decent with programs in the past, like Autodesk Inventor. That's because I had it through school, right? I, however, did not have access to something like Blender in the past, nor any reason to get into it. So I'm learning Blender now, and I thought to myself, instead of just learning it, because I don't see myself necessarily as a good teacher when it comes to stuff like that, I could take you guys through the process of learning it myself. Obviously, I'm not like a complete beginner, but I'm also not professional in any remote sense, right? So I'm in kind of this middle ground I think is a bit unique and of course have my perspective on it. But I also wanted to think about it like this. With the bar magnet expansion project going on and with the pieces that I want to make and design for that in terms of Bionicle parts, right? Right now with the Patreon, currently what I have accessible for members is my complete Rahi catalog, and though that is extensive, well over 200 Rahi or near about, I understand also that like when I post a video about Rahi here on YouTube, that's not really the thing that's gonna get a lot of views. I don't care because I love making Rahi, so like it's not about the views for me, it never has been. But I do understand that using that as a sort of incentive for Patreon isn't the most ideal, right? Like, again, if not many people are that interested in the Rahi in the first place, it's not going to go that far. I am, of course, very thankful for the Patreon members that are there, but I thought to myself, instead of the Rahi, why not open these files up? I'm going to turn the weather sound down a lot because it's loud. But yeah, so make these 3D files available for you all instead, and then make the Rahi files free over on Discord. The idea being that essentially I can make these 3D models, whatever, make a video on them. It could be one of the videos per week or once every, couple weeks, whatever, and stream the process because why not? Obviously, I'm going to make mistakes along the way because I am learning, but that's kind of the point, getting more familiar with the shortcuts, getting more familiar with different styles of modeling or whatever. That's one of the things I love about Blender so much is all of the approaches to a model that you can take. But also, like, having those files available for you all means that, like, you get to feel, you get to like tangibly experience the things that you're supporting, and I think that that's a really cool idea. So, on top of that, though, I also wanted to encourage you guys to create as well. Maybe not necessarily like 3D models or YouTube videos or anything like that, but the thing that you might be putting off, the thing you might be worried about, because maybe you're passionate about it. I've been here already? When? All right, anyway. Maybe you're passionate about it, but you don't know where to get started. Or you're afraid to start because, if it's something you're passionate about, if you pour your heart into something and people don't like it, you feel rejected. You feel unvalidated. And I think everybody wants to feel a little bit of validation in their work, in their creation, right? Because it's your time that you're putting into it. It's your skills that you're displaying for people. And we're always along our journey of learning. I always like to say that like people are pretending, adults are pretending, right? And I mean that wholeheartedly. It's a silly thing to say and it's very simple, but the thing to understand is the biggest barrier towards entry to like anything is starting. Starting is the hardest part, and it sounds so simple, but it's 100% true because I've realized through my years of, well, being alive, I guess, that most people really don't know what they're doing a lot of the time. Like, yeah, they might be an expert in their field or whatever, but nobody knows it all, and nobody is always, necessarily, I want to say, I don't know how to phrase that, actually. I'm not sure I'm going to follow up that that sentence because I can't think of exactly how to finish it. Point I wanted to try and make, though, is that just getting out there and starting is honestly the best thing you can do. And take it from me, because although I've had the YouTube channel for like 4 years now, I wouldn't consider myself a 4-year veteran of YouTube by any means, because for the most of that time, I wasn't really using YouTube as a YouTube channel. It was sort of a supplement to the content I was making for Discord, making for Instagram, etc. But as like I've moved away from at least from Instagram more, I've learned to really enjoy my process on YouTube and enjoy making that kind of content for the first time ever, really. In the past, I did it just because I wanted people to be able to see the cool functions of things I was making. I wanted, I guess, that validation, right? But now it's not about any of that. It's just about sharing my experiences with you, my designs, my whatever. And that's also why I don't call myself like a Bionicle YouTuber specifically, because although I create Bionicle content, and although I'm sure you guys kind of see me as a Bionicle YouTuber in terms of the audience here, right? I am a personality, if nothing else, right? I'm a Bionicle personality, if anything. And so the whole barrier to that is just learning to become comfortable sharing my work with others, and also become comfortable and knowledgeable about creating this content in a way that feels consumable, but also in a way that gets the point across, hopefully. And I think that's what we're all trying to kind of do, is share our perspective, whether it is through the thing we're building, the thing we're painting, sculpting, whatever, or, you know, just whether it is a little conversation we're having with each other. So, I don't know. So if you take anything away from this video, let it be just to start, just to try something, get your work out there. I've been here too, you're kidding me. Just get your work out there. Try something new, try something different. I mean, I had to have been here, because who else would have cut down this tree and this tree? Where am I even at? I don't know. All right, whatever. But yeah, so hopefully some of this has been helpful to you. I think I'm going to go ahead and probably end this video here. But of course, this is, again, a different video. And if you do like this type of content, make sure to let me know by hitting subscribe. But also letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. First off, what type of content would you like to see in terms of Blender, but also on the channel in general? Do you like content like this, or is there something else you enjoy? The numbers tell me one thing. I just want to see what you guys say. But also, let me know your thoughts. You know, if you are somebody who has struggled in the past with getting your work out there, maybe struggled with displaying your work, or maybe being afraid of that sort of feeling of rejection, of invalidation when it comes to sharing work, how did you get over it? Because I think that that can help a lot of people out, because that was one of my biggest fears for a long time, is just getting over it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and you can check out the Discord, Instagram, and Patreon down in the description below. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.